Ba, 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 ba. What's happening, everybody? It is Thursday night, time for another episode of Thrifty Business. And man, we've got a jam-packed show, mainly because there's so many people on it. Yay! Live in the studio, I have not one, but I have two co-hosts. Whoops. There they are. Kim and Robin will be co-hosting this evening, and Stacy is our live one-person studio audience. And I will introduce our guest to you in a quick moment here. Just the technical difficulties I was having. Come on, you. There we go, you. Now it is time for... That was weak. That was weak.
That's all we get.
There we go, a little better. Time for Jay's Tiki Talk. Oh, I just sold something. What did I just sell?
Focus.
Oh, I just sold a tiki mug. How cool. How crazy. I just sold a tiki mug because it was tiki time. What in the hell is going on? This is crazy. All right, so time for Jay's Tiki Talk. And each week I try to match up the mug and the rum with our guests. And this one is kind of fun and special tonight. So let's say hello to our guests. It's Britt and Cory ReThreaded. Hi, guys.
What's up? Hello.
So ReThreaded is going to be the theme for both mug and rum tonight because we are all drinking out of shrunken head mugs. And when you have a shrunken head mug,
That's sick. That is awesome.
their eyeballs are threaded. So let's see from the three ladies in the audience. Stace, hello. Get yours in there. Nope, other way. Towards Robin. Towards Robin. There you go.
Oh, those are so cool.
Awesome.
Oh, man.
And I happen to have a bottle of rum that is covered in thread. Hey,
Oh, that's that good stuff.
Love it.
Hey, you know it's straight from Barbados or something if it's like that.
Yeah, hell yeah. So what are you guys drinking tonight?
We got just some 805s, repping California.
Woo!
Let's go.
All right, so sit back, relax, enjoy the show. And I didn't realize I was controlling off the wrong one. Let's try this again. Okay, here's my mug. Sorry. There we go. All right, girl, show your mug.
It's my mug.
Yeah, my bad. I was working off the wrong computer. I just realized that. Okay, you guys show your beers.
Bam.
Okay, here's the rum. Here's the rum. Okay, we'll see you guys in a little bit. We're going to get our segments done.
Bye.
Oh, my bad. Sorry about that, everybody. Whoops. All right. Yeah, trying to do this off of all this is kind of crazy, but let's get right to it, shall we? Oh, if you can hold this up. Hey, it's time for our scores of the week. Well, Robin and I will show the things we sold. They are bolos. Be on the lookout. Things you should buy at the thrift store to resell. Robin, you are up first.
Okay, so that is bomb. I forget what the price on that. It's like $80, I think.
$63.69.
Yeah, so with shipping, an Echo Unlimited 2X with rhinos on it. Okay, so...
Well, that is the logo. So, yes, there'll always be rhinos on it.
Well, that's true. But I meant the crown. The crown, I guess it's something really special. But anyway, paid $1 for it because it was filthy dirty. And so Jimmy Boy got in there with some OxyClean and cleaned it in one try. And then we sold it for that amount right there. So it's definitely a good thing. They love it. All right, what's the next one? Ooh, the scrubs. Okay, so you guys know a little bit of nursey poo in me. This is different. So this is jacket. The nurses love the jackets because not only do they have snaps, like strippers, like snap it off, and then it has the pockets. And the other thing too, it's Snoopy. So it's a really highly, desirable print. So we sold it for, I think,
$28.39.
Yeah. So guys, hang in there. Don't sell it for $12. Get 20 or more. I'm just saying. All right, the next one. Oh my gosh. What does Jay always say? Christmas sells. So this was a Christmas, Tori Richards Christmas theme of Santa on vacation after Christmas, literally, with Mrs. Claus, I think, in a bikini or something. I don't know. But it's a 5XB, which is basically a big boy. It's a big boy. So, yeah, I think we got like, what's the price on that?
$69.15.
There you go. And I think we only paid $3.50 for that because we bought it off season. So, yeah. What's the next one? Oh,
it's a chapeau.
Yay! And then we have the Fedora. Okay, so you got to look at my keywords.
Have the what? Have the what?
Whatever. Just whatever he said.
You know that new hat, the Fedora. There ain't no end of that word. See, we're having fun tonight, kids. Woo!
So the trick on this is all the keywords. So I went with like, you know, crooner, skaters, because skaters wear this too. And then we went with crooner, tiki, because our tiki scene, as Jay and Stacy will tell you, they wear these and they have like the little, you know, accoutrements on the sides. So yeah, and that's what sold. It actually went to a guy who was in our tiki in one of my Ohanas. So
nice.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Fedora. Okay, tagging off of what Robin said, Christmas sales all year. I just sold this Christmas Rappin' Curtis Blow 12-inch record for $24. That was listed before Christmas and just sold on February 20th. Christmas sales all year. I paid $6.99, sold it for $24.
Very cool.
If you're in the Secret Beach, last week I did a webinar on flipping plush, and in that webinar I talked about Hunts and Benny Do and Beaker. And right after the webinar was over, this t-shirt that had been listed for 14 months, my Beaker t-shirt sold. $20, not a huge one, but
cool.
I paid $2. Nice. All right, Kuji. We all about the Kuji and the jeans and stuff. I had this jacket for quite a while. I had it priced at $100. Guy offered me $50 and said, hey, man, that's all I got. So if you can work with me, cool. If not, that's cool too. I appreciate you taking the time for the offer. He might have been BSing me, but it felt genuine. And I had it for a while. I had $7 into it, so $50. It's gone. He's happy. And last but not least, you probably saw this in the thrifting board. This was my vintage orange tab Levi's pullover jacket shirt that I thought was female. It was told to me it was male. I never got a chance to fix it. It's sold. I hope they like it. I did pay $5 whole, and it sold for $80 in basically a day.
Sweet.
All right, you've seen our scores. Now it's time for our duds of the week. Do not let our mistakes be yours. This segment is brought to you by WorthPoint. Had we used WorthPoint, we probably would not have had these duds.
Okay, so this is not a dud per se, but it was a dud move on my part. I meant to hit counter and I hit accept because guess what it went for? $13.
Oh, really?
So yeah, well, they paid shipping, but yeah, $13. So someone got a really cool Nick and Nora milk bone extra large for $13.
All right,
Yeah,
so
so
here's what I would have done a little differently. Not the whole accepting part,
yeah,
but the whole dog graphics. Start listing some of the dogs that people look for, like Pug or Boston Terrier. Yeah, that word graphics was a wasted space in there.
Good point.
And if nothing else, pick the shortest dog word so you can fit more in.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So do not put in Irish Wolfhound in.
Yeah, no. Or Alaskan Malamute.
Okay, here's my dud. Here's why it's a dud. I paid $32 and I sold it for $35. Not a good purchase.
Yeah, no.
I thought these were $100 shoes. Apparently they weren't, because when all the smoke cleared, and I charged $12 for shipping. I think shipping was $13. So after fees, yeah, this was just a colossal waste of time. And Hard Rock stuff does okay, but the Hard Rock casinos that aren't Vegas aren't big sellers. This was the Hard Rock casino in Tampa. I should never have bought it. It looked cute. It was a V-neck. I finally got an offer of $15 after over a year. I was happy to see it go bye-bye. I only paid $3, so I did make money, just not a lot.
Oh, okay. So this was okay.
Oh, did I split ours up by accident? Oh, yeah, I just realized I did. Yeah.
So Dutch Brothers.
Back to Robin.
So Dutch Brothers is normally not a dud, except for this was not hard to find. Okay, so that's like just don't even put that in your title. It's a common, duh. But anyway, so whoever bought it, they bought it for $10. It's like literally, I think, worth $12. So, you know, I paid 50 cents, big whoop-de-doo. I mean, I made some money, but don't waste your time on pictures. Just put 2 or 3 of them together, and then it'd be worth your while.
All right, you've seen our scores, you've seen our duds. Now it's time for...
I love that.
Where in the world did our shit go? So this week, oddly enough, they both went to Canada. So I'll start. Hoobastank is a band that most of you probably don't know. This is a promo I got way back in the day for free from a record store when I was working there. It was a paint can with a t-shirt, a CD, a hat, and some other crap. And today it went to, or this week it went to I feel like Robin now. Mississauga? Mississauga. 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 That's where, so this is what went there. It was this Hoobastank paint can. And Robin.
Dun, 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 Ontario. Hey. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to say that. That's for Craig. Love you, Craig. Oh yeah. So this is Under Armour, and yeah, they really wanted it, and then they paid a crap load. I mean, I think they actually paid more in the shipping than they did the actual sweatshirt. But it went to Ontario, and maybe it's chilly. Is it snowing? Maybe. Who knows?
And why do we do this segment? For all of you who are still afraid to ship worldwide, every week we're going to profile some one of our products that went someplace in the world. And every week we have been different countries. I mean, tonight we have the same, but we've had Russia, Switzerland, England, Israel, Canada since we started this segment. So you should be shipping internationally. There are 7.3 billion potential customers. You should get some of them. All right. Now it's time for... Close Encounters of the Thrifty kind, where we regale you with some stories of funny, weird, angry encounters in thrift stores and the like. And this week, it is the Kim and Jason show, because this week we almost fought not one, but 2 different assholes in 2 different places. So let me get Kim up here. Well, actually, I'll start. So a few days ago, we're in a record store in Burbank that looks just like this. All right, so I even have little graphics. I have little spotters here for you. Nice. So this is how the store looks. It is a great store. And I even made a fun little graphic. Okay, see the picture of me and see the picture of Kim? In between, oops, sorry, not even showing it yet. Ta-da! There we go. So there is Atomic. Oops.
Oh, I see you guys.
All right, so see the little picture of me and little picture of Kim? Where my head is where I'm standing on this side of the rack. Kim is on the other side, and Kim's very short compared to me, so she can't even see me where I'm standing. So a dude walks up to me and he's eyeballing me hard. And I knew he was, but I was just going to town. And what I was doing was I was looking at imports and I was scanning CDs to see which one I should flip. And the dude goes, "Hey, you work here?" And I go, "Nope." "What are you doing?" "I'm shopping." "What are you doing with your phone?" "I'm scanning." "What are you scanning?" "These CDs." Because I know it's going to be a problem. So I wasn't giving him any more than that. And he goes, "Why are you scanning them?" I'm like, "I'm scanning them to see if they're a good purchase." And he looks around and he leans in and he goes, "Fuck you." Oh, sorry. I should have warned that word was coming. "You're the reason mom and pop stores are going out of business." And so he storms back away from me towards the front counter and starts screaming at the front counter about the person scanning, meaning me, that they should throw me out. However, Kim didn't know this was going on, and she was scanning on the other side of the rack, so she thinks he's talking about her, and then Kim gets into it.
Yeah. And I asked him, I'm like, "Are you talking to me?" And he goes, I know. I'm like, "Are you talking to me? What are you so angry about?" And the owner was standing by me, and I thought, okay, well, he's not saying anything, and he's owner's standing by me, so I might as well keep scanning. And the guy just was like, "No, I'm talking about the bald guy over there." And he leaves the store and slams the door. I mean, he's just so angry.
Now,
I now look around at Jason and I go, "Oh, he's mad at you. Thank God he's not mad at me."
Now, this is a rare occurrence. I was very quiet after he said "F you" and walked away. I didn't poke him or nothing. And he said, "I'm the business that mom and pops are going on sale." He bought 0 and I spent like $400. So I don't think I'm the reason.
No.
Okay, so you would think, geez, that's enough fun for 1 week. No, not us, apparently. So I take a class to Lomita Savers, which I'll show you a couple pictures for in a minute. So here's the Lomita Savers. It's outside of Long Beach and Torrance. And when I have a co-host, a co-instructor, in this case, Kim was my co-instructor that day, what I do is I move people back and forth. So Kim was prepping the dresses while I was doing t-shirts. And then I handed the class off to Kim. And when Kim was doing dresses, I then go plop my butt in the CD section. I scan every CD and I get the CDs ready for the class to come to me. I had just sat down on the floor to do the bottom row, and one of the people in the class came over and said, "You better come now, there's a problem." And so I just sprang up and I ran over, and this is what I appear upon, a guy about my height having it out with Kim.
Really?
Yeah.
So tell the story, and then I'll finish up how I handled it.
Apparently, he was angry. He said he was 20 years old, and he was angry that I was discussing labels with the class and what to look for and what labels to look for and what sells. And he said he had done all this research on his own. He found out all this information on his own, and how dare I give this out? And I'm screwing up things for other sellers. And I said, you know, there's plenty to go around. There's an abundance. And he kept going and going. And I thought, okay, this guy's getting awfully close. So I started to decide, should I, step back? And I just stayed there. And he was so angry. And by the time Jason got to me, he was already screaming about how, we're screwing up sales for everyone in the business. And he's got a jean business. And he was just super, super angry guy at 20.
So he was about my height. But let me tell you, when I stepped between him and Kim, I said, "You have a problem?" He backed up a little bit and he said, "Yeah, man, you're making competition for yourself. I taught myself everything." And I go, "So you didn't go to kindergarten or first grade or sophomore year in high school?" "Well, yeah, I did that." "Okay, well, you didn't teach yourself everything." "So I teach classes and that's how it works." And he goes, "Look, man," and he kept talking. I finally said, "Hey, if you want to talk to me or Kim anymore, you're going to do like the rest of these people and you're going to pay me for my knowledge and time." And he's like, "Man, I care about the fashion." And I backed up and looked at his outfit. And went, "So what happened today? Did your mirror lie to you? Because this is horrible." And he looked at, I had a country western shirt on. And he goes, what are you going to go to the gun range or something?" And I'm like, "And we are done talking. Kim, you can now have the class back and talk about dresses." Meanwhile, we have 11 people filling their carts and giving Savers a ton of money. And he was miffed and left without buying anything. So the people who wanted to fight us this week didn't buy a damn thing.
Nope.
but
That's like where you said that.
Because you guys
Dang,
bought it all.
yeah, but here's the deal. He's lucky I showed up because I know this little pit bull over here, she would have annihilated him. So he actually lucked out that I stepped to him. So there you go.
She's fun size, but she's.
But here's what I blew. I blew two things. Here's what I usually say to jerks like that. I say, "Hey, can I call your mother and tell her what a crappy job she did at raising you?"
Ooh.
Is usually what I say, and that gets him. Or I should have had him a postcard for Thrifty Business and say, "Congratulations, you just made this week's show. Tune in on Thursday, 9 p.m. on these shows." That's what I should have said.
We're doing cards. We're doing cards, James. We're doing cards, people. We're gonna do it.
And it has to say that too.
Oh my gosh, we were so doing that.
Yep. All right, now it is time for our Thrifty Tips of the Week. Little tips and tricks that will help you in your thrifty encounters. Hopefully you have no jerks when you are out thrifting.
Oh, now I want you to have jerks, guys. Oh, it's mine. Sorry. And the segue, Robin.
And
okay,
focus.
So what I was saying was thrifty tip. Yes. Christmas. You can say like thrifty miss, right? Thrifty miss. So Easter's coming up. Dude, you guys can source. You can totally source from this, and make a look like this is really cute.
Wait, pause. We have a follow-up to our story. One of the classmates talked to the cashier and she said, "He comes in all the time and hardly buys anything. He's a jerk." Yay!
Good job. Good job.
Okay.
It's because the prices are too high because you're driving it up.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, Robin, back to you.
So basically, I was just saying the thrifty tip of the week is if you guys source, you guys should source for unique items and make them special. So for example, this one's going to my mom because she's British and she loves kettles. So I'm going to and I was just showing you, they bring all their Easter stuff out. Now is the time to go get it. Easter eggs for the kids. Cheap. Go do it. Don't buy new. Don't buy new.
Beautiful. All right, here's my thrifty tip. This is a game board section, tabletop games. Now, you would expect to see this in a toy store or a game store or even a thrift store. No, this is the new section in Amoeba Records.
Ooh.
So my tip is, when you are by stores that can have a lot of stuff, pay attention. This is brand new. Now, I scanned all the cool old stuff. There was money to be made, but not enough. But I know they got a game section now, so I'm always going to stop in and check that corner for games because, like their CDs, they're going to screw up something, and I'm going to be there to capitalize because I'm a jerk who scans.
Oh, dear.
You have got to be Ship Me, where we give you tips and tricks, what to do, what not to do when it comes to shipping. Now, I got no packages this week, which is a very rare week in my house. So I have nothing good nor bad to show you in terms of packages, but I'll let Robin go first.
Okay. So I learned a really hard lesson. I undercharged.
I sent a blowtorch in the mail when it was on.
No, I didn't do that. But I undercharged and I sent it. I kind of did a little fudge. It was over 16 ounces. It was like 16.5.
Oops.
Yeah, United States Postal Service caught my butt, and yeah, I got dinged. All of a sudden, I got like a couple dollars, not cents, dollars out of my PayPal account. I freaked out, called my eBay concierge, and they said, you tried to cheat the system. So don't be like moi and try to cheat the system. I wasn't really, but really, honestly, don't do it. Because now they're like on it. They're on it. You're on their radar. All right. I don't think I've ever brought this up on the show, but not all cardboard boxes, and especially priority, are created equal. If you're shipping something that doesn't need super duper strength, realize that some of the boxes are of different thicknesses. So this is the cube. See how nice and thick and heavy duty the cardboard is? Mm-hmm. This is the shoe box. See how thin and lightweight that is? You don't always need thick and you don't always need thin. So make sure you have a variety of boxes and realize not every cardboard box is the same. Don't use a heavy duty box if it's just like, a plush or a jacket or something. Mm-hmm. It just needs to get there. You don't need to be protected. So just realize that. Yeah. All right. Time for our eBay tips of the week. Little tips and tricks to help you with your eBay career. All right, so here's mine. If you have a store, I have a middle store. I get 100 auctions a month in the categories of collectibles and clothing and a few others, but I pretty much only use those two. This had sat in my store for over a year at a fixed price or buy it now, or make offer. Had been on sale many times. Kicked it over to auction, starting bid of $19.99. Only one person bid, but cool. I finally sold it after a year. I only paid $3, so I did make some money. But I'm starting to use my 100 auctions that eBay gives me. I might as well use them. And hey, what? Brilliant. Guess what? They're making me money. Yay! Money. Brilliant, brilliant. Oh my gosh, that's really brilliant.
Okay, so I'm using my eBay store to show Robin's tip. She wants to talk about this right here.
Oh yeah. This is the seller boot camp. Everybody needs to do it. Everybody, because I'm signed up. You need to do it. Just do it. It's free. I think it starts on the 20th, or you have to sign up before the 28th. Just do it. When eBay does these kind of things, I'm telling you, they put a lot of work and effort into it. You just have to do it. So it's all over the thrifting board. It's all over in the secret beach. Just do it. It's a great, 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 great tip.
Yep.
Just do it. Just do it.
Get that done. All right, and last but not least is Trendy Bolos. We have not done Trendy Bolos in quite a while, and I had something very specific I wanted to share. So I said, Robin, today is Trendy Bolo Day, which, oh crap, I forgot the sound effect. Oh no. I've already started it. Hang on a minute. It's time for Trendy Bolos.
Oh my. Okay, so this is spank. That's that's the only thing I ever get right out of the word spank. Okay, right.
It's probably spam C.
So this is something that I taught Spank. What Spanks? Oh, like I taught Debbie. If you guys have games that have missing pieces, please scan them and make sure that they are like this, because this is missing pieces. And on Amazon, if Jay will show you, the brand new goes for $100 on Amazon. So I scanned it. I did what that 20-year-old tells me not to do. I scanned it and I realized, wow, this goes for $100, but there's pieces missing, but I'm going to try to piece it out. So because the graphics on the box are just really cool, people collect it. So what this really cool piece went to a place where they rent out games like this. So trendy Bolo games get rented out. He already had another one and it's going to add to this one. So I was so excited. So yeah, I took the best offer on this. Yay!
Yay.
All right, so I'm actually wearing my trendy Bolo right now. If you recall, our president, and this ain't going to get political, our president called a lot of African countries shithole nations the other day. And what movie just came out is the biggest movie in the world? Da-da-da-da, Black Panther. So right away, someone made this t-shirt. Wakanda is not a shithole country.
Nice.
So this only makes sense to those of you into Marvel, but I wanted to show you something. If you go to ebay.com/trending, it tells you what's hot. Sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. What's hot and what's not. Now, PlayStation VR, as you can see, this little up and down arrow shows you how hot it is. Bait Adidas shoes, as you can see, it was just, you know, flatline for a while, then it had a spike. So something happened in the news. But I want to show you what's really cool about Black Panther. It's kind of here, kind of here, kind of here, and then it skyrockets, and it ain't come down yet. It has not come down yet. So if you've got Black Panther stuff, get it up there. But if you've not ever been to ebay.com/trending, you should be, because other things have a spike. Jimmy Garoppolo got, he's the new starting quarterback for the 49ers. He had a little spike. And I don't know what's going on with Norelco. It goes up and down all the time. But as you can see, everything comes back down except for Black Panther right now. So if you've got anything Black Panther-ish, now's the time. It did $240 million domestically in opening weekend. That's insane. Especially insane for almost entirely black cast with strong women. So I cannot wait to see this movie because it's everything right with the world. All right, real quick, we'll do some real quick housekeeping. Then we'll get our guests in here next week. This is going to be a fun one because Don Williams is on for one reason and one reason only. As you can see, Don's an older gentleman. He's been in the thrifting board and the Secret Beach, and he really pays attention. He pays attention to bolos, what people are talking about. And Don found a Holy Grail tiki mug, which I bought from him. And I was trying to show my mom one night a picture before I received it. And when I when I searched Don Williams' name with the word tiki in the thrifting board, Don is sitting on the gold mine of tiki. This dude finds tiki every week. So when people say it ain't out there, he has found so much and such a variety from mugs to Coco Joe's things to play everything. So we're going to talk to Don. Like, Don, you are sitting in the hotbed of tiki, and we're going to talk to Don about really, if you're going to do this, pay attention to all the free content, like my show, like the thrifting board. If you're going to join the Secret Beach, make sure you're watching the videos. Pam, I'm talking to you. They're there. There's a whole reason for all of this. The free and the paid is to make you a better thrifter, to make you more money. So we're going to hear Don's story. So it's going to be a fun show next week.
Yeah.
Okay, and those of you in the Big D, I'm talking Dallas. I am coming to you. Just got announced today. 2 classes, March 23 and 24. I have the link right down here below in the description. If you want to take both classes, it's $199. If you only want to take one, the In the Thrift Store class, like Kim and I just did, 3.5 hours of going through every section except the kids' clothes. And we're going to be talking what to buy and what not to buy with a big emphasis on tiki mug. Excuse me. Well, I'm drunk. A big emphasis on CDs. And when we do the CD class in LA, people got a $40 CD, a $200 CD, a $50 CD. So if you don't know how to scan, I'm going to teach you all that. Then we're also going to have a classroom class, 4 hours of classroom A to Z. I'm teaching you everything from what you should be looking for, bolos, to how to take pictures, how to list it, how to use your phone as a tool, how to ship it. That's a big segment because most people have shipping problems. And I'm going to have some guest speakers that I will be announcing soon. You know them, you love them, you've seen them before. They live in the area. That should give you some ideas who's going to be my guest speakers. And let me tell you, I posted this right before we went live. So many tickets sold already. This will sell out. We only have so much space in both classes. So if you are, does the Dallas class come with a free confrontation? Yeah, we can see if we can work that out.
No money back guaranteed.
But definitely get signed up. And before Dallas, though, I still have 3 slots left in the Kansas City class. Kansas City, Missouri, March 8th, 9 a.m. This is just the thrift store class. And I haven't announced yet, but I've been waiting until she was sitting right here. Ta-da! I have my guest instructor joining me for that class too. So Kim will be there. She killed it on teaching people purses. How many purses did you pull out in LA? That car was full, full of purses. So when I have two instructors, in this case, me and Kim, it's great because I can push you back and forth, and there's never downtime waiting for the instructor to find the good stuff to teach you. So it's pretty cool. So 3 slots left. Get signed up in Kansas City. And when we do the classes, this is like the classroom setting. As you can see, my hands are moving real fast because I'm teaching a lot of stuff. And look at this great hat I found. Oh, is it not showing up? Come on. Oh, there we go. Look at this great hat I found in the class. I found a FOMO hat. Are you kidding me right now? This is amazing.
It's cool.
Yeah. And then here's Kim teaching purses and shoes at the class. And when we do the thrift store class, we then go out to lunch and we just chat about anything. We can talk about what we just purchased. We can talk about rum, tiki, whatever you want. We just had a lot of personal conversations that day. It was a lot of fun. So, and if you need any information for Kansas City or Dallas, just hit me up on Facebook. I will be happy to fill you in on all the rest. All right, let's get our guests in here. Let's turn them back on. Dun, da, da, da.
Hey-oh.
Oh, hang on a quick second. Oh, jeez. Wrong button. Hey! It's ReThreaded with Cory and Britt. How you guys doing? Yay!
Great. So happy to be here.
Yay!
All right, so let me tell you, this is the youngest guest we've had in a long time.
Yes.
Not that I mind any of my guests' age, but it's nice to see. Look, do you guys mind sharing your ages?
I'm 26.
25.
Okay,
Yay.
so you are millennials, but yet I don't think you're like the jerks we ran into.
You don't suck. Right, exactly. Yeah. We're not your average dude.
No, you know, and of course I wouldn't have you guys on if you were, because the kid kept going, I'm 20, like entitled. Like, all right, so let's talk about how they came across our radar.
Okay, so somebody in the thrifting board, and I can't remember who, so whoever's watching, do shout out.
I love you.
Yeah, seriously, they found you somehow, and then I took it from there and just started running with it.
Yeah,
So
she attacked us for sure.
I did. I contacted the radio station that you were on to get your email, to do all that stuff, and that's how I met these beautiful souls, Cory and Britt, and their story is amazing. Amazing, you guys. Amazing.
All right, so I mean, we'll just start from the beginning. You know, people want to know why you're on. Why do we care about these youngins? So tell us. Start with where are you located right now, and how did you two meet?
Yeah.
All right. Right now we are in Fresno, California. I grew up in Santa Cruz. She grew up down in Simi Valley in North LA area. We both met doing cheer and dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of us had some stuff going on. I was running a tumbling program. I do backflips and teach kids how to do backflips.
And I was in Simi Valley just going to school and selling things on Instagram, just doing whatever I could.
Yeah, she was sewing when I met her, and that's actually why we got started. We started making clothes, and she was going to different screen printers all the time to get her stuff.
Little pieces, like,
yeah,
and it was costing me so much money.
Money. So yeah, we decided let's maybe try getting you a screen printing press to like put the graphics on your sweats, do whatever you want. And then from there, we realized that we had a t-shirt business in front of us, so we started making t-shirts from there. So that's
I'm gonna pause you there, because what you don't know, because I don't talk about that much, is I used to be in the cheerleading world too. However,
oh yeah.
Oops. Okay, no, I was I worked for Varsity Spirit Fashions. I was one of their sales reps, so I outfitted cheerleaders for their uniforms.
Oh, nice! Oh, dude, that's big business, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, we still make our money doing cheer clothes.
Cheer shirts for competitions,
exactly,
national.
And my mom and dad just retired. They sold t-shirts at cheerleading competitions for the last like 30 years, and they just finally retired at 75 from working at the competition.
Nice.
So there's good money to be made. You guys know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Totally. We always see the same vendors and
for sure, selling those $50 t-shirts for sure, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh heck yeah. Oh yeah, and cheer is big business. Heck yeah, I enjoyed it. Other than the fact that having a sales position, it was too much was just way too much driving. I couldn't take it no more. So.
No, that's we were never at home. Either you're at the gym or you're in another state. You know, like you're doing cheer all the time if you're doing it. So over time, yeah, we just started to commit more to our clothing business and a little bit less to cheer. I still actually coach tumbling and cheer, but
oh, Cory.
Hey, I can never do a cartwheel. So if we ever get together, can you teach me how to do a cartwheel?
Okay, no, Cory.
Hey, I promise I can teach
That'll
you.
be good, too. That'll be good.
I can try.
Big parking lot.
Oh, by the way, if any of the three of you have a question for our guests, feel free to hop in, the three of you over here in the audience.
Okay.
You know? Okay. All right, so you guys are you're printing T-shirts, and then done. What happens?
Then about December, like
December.
like 2 months ago, we were just fed up. You know, like we put so many chemicals into the environment. We are competing down the street from
20 different screen printers,
just so
on every
many
corner.
Yeah, so many screen printers in town. So we had an idea for ReThreaded because I mean, especially her, she got me into thrifting more than not. You know? Yeah. So then, what do we start doing?
So then we started revamping thrift clothes. So we would go into this shop and we would find the coolest pieces with the most unique patterns or the best sales that we could find, and then make them into something new, either a bag or a jacket with new sleeves on it, or anything really that we could think of. So
yeah, made it more about recycling than calling up our wholesale blank apparel company that thousands of people are using every day, and then just putting harmful chemicals on them. We're taking old clothes apart that no one would buy again, and then remaking them for a better brand. We feel, at least.
This is actually one of them.
Yeah. Oh, this was our screen. This was something we screen printed. Dodgeball champions. Yeah.
So Britt, you're wearing one of your pieces?
Yeah. So it started off just as a plain black jacket, and then we were hanging out with our friend Devin, and he was like, "I don't fit these jeans anymore. They're ripped. They're from Forever 21. It still had the tags on them, so took them off, and we made them into a jacket." So
that's great.
I love it, Britt. Love it.
That was actually the first ReThreaded piece
one
ever. Yeah. Right. So if you guys want to buy that, you have to pay at least $1,000. So.
Oh!
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's just not for sale.
Quick question from the chat. They want to know if you're married.
No, not yet. That's that's up to me.
Hey, you know, they didn't have to answer, but the chat want to know. They're digging you guys already. So, you know.
Yeah, close enough.
One day.
Yeah, close enough.
That's good. One day. That's all you gotta say. One day.
All right. So, Britt, were you a thrifter always?
Oh yeah, my mom got me into it probably sophomore year of high school, and then that's all I wanted to do, 24/7. Like, I have a problem.
So funny. A little story as a boyfriend. When we first started dating, it took her a long time to actually tell me that she went to the thrift store because she wasn't proud of it. She was like, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I don't think he's gonna think I'm cool because I'm not getting designer stuff." And then it took one trip to the thrift store for me to be like, "Dude, this is the best thing ever." I mean, I'd already thrifted clothes before. I'd had nothing against it, but yeah, she wouldn't even tell me at first. Yeah, now it's our life.
Yeah. Oh, the confessions of Cory and Britt.
That's the YouTube show right there.
Right there.
So I'll tell you, Saturday night I just come home from my wife and I saw a Cakin concert, and I was leaving 7 a.m. Sunday morning. I was heading to LA to start teaching classes and doing things and sourcing, and I had seen one or two of your videos, and I started watching because I was trying to figure out how to, what the angle was. And my wife's upstairs going, "You coming to bed?" And I'm like, "I gotta watch one more." Videos for a couple of reasons. It's very cool to see you guys take these clothes, pull them apart, put them back together, but you edit the videos very well. You don't go really long-winded because that's a problem that some people have. Like, let me try to do this for an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah, that's the biggest thing. Yeah,
you guys really are good at it. Good from both putting it together and from editing your videos. So, man, I went down the ReThreaded rabbit hole.
Yeah,
that's cool, right? Yeah. Yeah, there's something where we're super new at. I mean, we've been making clothes for a while. That's why we're confident going into a new project. But yeah, we are. I mean, this is the first time we've ever been live on camera. So yeah,
Hey, well, welcome, you guys. Don't be ashamed of that. Your story is
Oh yeah, no, we're totally proud, and I mean, yeah, this is awesome. We love the little nerves that we got right now, and just the fact that we're still getting used to walking around with the camera in front of us in Goodwill. You know, it's
definitely.
Yeah, and I will add though, because what you're doing right. You know, look, I started doing Thrifty business because a lot of my friends, and I ain't gonna call anyone out by name, they do YouTube shows and they just kind of meander, and there's no like purpose. I mean, there is, but if you would condense what the purpose is, it's like 10 minutes. The rest of the show is an hour and a half. Like, what's going on here?
Right.
So I had segments. I wanted to guess. I wanted graphics and all this stuff. And so when I watch people who I like, you know, they get to the content. They don't have just crappiness going on. So I like watching those videos. And you guys really hit it on the head. So well done. Very well done on the gate.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, actually, I was gonna say too. What's that?
Oh, go ahead, Cory.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say though, is I never watch. I was telling you guys this over text message the other day. I see a YouTube video is over like 15 or 20 minutes. I never turn it on, but I've been watching this show since we've been talking. Like just every day, I'll turn on 1 or 2 episodes. Yeah, great for you guys. Honestly, I'm an ADD kid. Yeah.
So I think you should like showcase some of your pieces.
I know.
Okay, wait. We're gonna hang on. Hang on.
Okay.
But I want to hear. You know, so you went right from screen print to like, hey, let's go to the thrift store and let's do this. And what was that moment that you went, yeah, we're on to something. Let's do this.
Honestly, since the day we talked about it, it's been crazy because the weirdest thing is the amount of support we've gotten from people like you guys are a perfect example is just through the roof. Like we feel like people are lying to us, you know, like they're like, we're waiting for like something, you know, it's just crazy. People are so supportive and you're like, well, am I like really doing it right? Because I haven't heard anything wrong yet. So it's like, so I don't know, just since the day, but even us together, that we just, since the first day we thought about it and talked about it, it's just been 100 miles an hour. We haven't stopped or even taken time to think that there's anything wrong with it at all. So I don't know.
You seem to have a fan in the chat. He looks like a young Hugh Jackman.
My mom is obsessed with
Hey,
hey, so talk about the community part of this whole thing. Let's talk about what you're doing for Fresno and the kids and what I picked it up with.
On top of taking the clothes and recycling them, what we're going to do is we're putting together different programs where we donate back to schools. This is a nonprofit organization, by the way, sorry. But we donate a lot of our money back to schools to keep art programs alive, because that's one thing that's really dwindling, especially here in California, is the art programs. So we really want to donate a lot of money back to that. And we're also starting programs where we're going to say like Tom's did, where we sell a bag and we're going to give a bag full of art supplies to a kid, or we sell a sweatshirt and we're going to give a sweatshirt back to kids that are less fortunate, because Fresno is definitely taken a big hit over the years. You know, it's a rebuilding community for sure, and there's a lot of people out here that can use some help, and we think that being creative is going to be a good outlet for a lot of the kids. So I mean, we're just here to grow for them. Yeah. And
there's so many thrift stores out here, so we're like fortunate enough to go out every day and find something new, especially with our new favorite one, Thrift City.
Yeah, Thrift City.
They have the craziest sales. So
yeah,
we're
if you're
always
in Fresno,
in there.
Stay out of there, man.
Yeah,
that's our spot.
So what is the program that the Fresno community has put on? What do you guys go to?
We're currently working with the Fresno Arts Council. Brittany actually has been working with them more personally.
Yeah, so we went in to have a meeting with the Fresno Arts Council, and that's when we got approved to get our nonprofit set up. And actually just got a job through there, working at the water tower downtown. So it kind of work hand in hand, and we're really excited about it.
So I'm confused about something. Wait, you're millennials that actually give a crap? What?
Yeah, isn't that weird? Hey, I'm telling you, you guys, I'm telling you, there's a lot more like us.
And I know. The fact that I ran into 2 in 4 days that were just the opposite was kind of crazy.
I know.
That we have the balls, the gumption. Because let me tell you, the guy that approached me in the record store was not a real big dude. if I didn't like that record store, I might have knocked him out. But I like shopping there, so I didn't want to.
Exactly, you didn't want to get banned.
Yeah.
No, I spend a lot of money, but I make a lot of money. I don't want to ruin that. Hell no, it's my.
And that's what, you know what, and you've got the right mindset that a lot of us actual millennials have. I'm telling all of you out there that a lot of our friends and a lot of people that we spend time around are in the same exact mindset. People are out here complaining about what you guys do and how you showcase what you're doing to make money, but they don't realize how much economy you create by bringing people out there and growing business for other people. Like, I don't understand people, like, you know, millennials, older than us, younger than us, there's everyone just, I don't know, man, it's maybe selfish or something. It's crazy to me.
Entitled, but you guys buck the trend, so you make me feel good about this generation, because the two of you together are this winning combination of spunk and ingenuity and wanting to give back to the community, and that's awesome. So I'm going to give you a round of applause.
Wow.
All right, so let's see some of your creations. I see some AC/DC peeking out over your shoulder there.
Let's do it.
So this is for my sister. This is actually, you know what? We might have even made this before this. This might be the legitimate first.
This was the first one.
Yeah,
ever.
ReThreaded piece. So
she gave this to us around Chris. We were staying in Santa Cruz, and she was like, "I never wear this jacket anymore because there's a huge rip in the back. Like literally, it's whole back was out."
Yeah.
So we basically just found a rocker shirt. We felt like that would kind of tie in with her style, and we sewed it onto the back, and now it's brand new and stylish. So
yeah, but now that we're selling on eBay, man, I would not get rid of that graphic. Look at that.
I know, it's super clean.
The gradient and everything. Look at that. AC.
They're not over the screen print. Like, look at the gradient in this one. Yeah.
I see that. Yeah.
We have another one just like that we found a Warrior shirt. The Warrior shirt was probably
Let's go, baby.
50 cents to $1. And this is a Union Bay. It's super nice and actually has pockets. You never find like jean jackets with pockets in it, so that's cool.
All right, so people are already commenting they want the AC/DC jacket. Is it for sale, and what is the price?
No, it's from my sister. Sorry, guys.
All right.
We'll make it like it.
Yeah, no, we'll get.
You gotta find some more AC/DC shirts. That's what I think.
Yeah, put requests in them. I mean, we charge 50 to 75 depending on what it is. But if you guys reach out to us personally and put requests in, we'll really start looking for them.
Custom
and
stuff,
and we could sell something to you guys outside of our normal store for sure.
All right, what else you got back there?
This one we had on display in Art Hop. It was just laying on the table, and everyone came up and felt the sleeves because they are actually slacks. They're the pants that came. So they're slack pants, and it's kind of like the Climate Cool, like Nike fabric. And we just sewed them onto the back and then added a pocket there. So
you guys made a video on this, right? You guys have it in revamp.
Yeah, I think that one was
in one of our videos.
Yeah, actually, that's not the same. But no, it's cool. This is a similar. It's not the same exact fabric, but we'll do things like this where we put the elbow pads on and we put the back panel. It's not the same exact one, but then the rest of this shirt we'll use for the pocket. That's where we get the fabric for that. And then we make a lot of different little makeup bags and a lot of different stuff like that off of the recycled fabric that we use. So we'll use most of the leg for the sleeves, like how we did here.
Yeah, this was a pair of pants as well. That we just,
actually.
Where is it? Oh, yeah, the shorts are right there. We're in our warehouse right now. There's like thrift clothes everywhere, racks. So.
Yeah, this was the pair of pants.
So these were pants. They were $1.
Now they're shorts.
Now they're shorts.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
They're high-waisted. They're super nice, too.
Yeah, they're really good quality. So, yeah, we took it, good quality flannel, and we made the sleeves.
Rolled them up and then sewed them up like that, and it just stays, so.
So, quick question before we show some more things. Are you self-taught sewers?
That's a good question.
She taught me.
Actually. Yeah, I taught Cory right when we started dating, just because he was like, make me this, make me that. And then I didn't have any time because we had orders flowing in. So he was like, I'll just learn myself. Or I taught him. So he knows how to sew too. And then my grandparents actually sewed all throughout their like 20s, and they worked for like Macy's. They sewed through Hang Ten. They did a lot of brands that sold through like Sears and Macy's. So they got me my first sewing machine when I was 18. Didn't touch it for like a year. It stayed up in my closet, and I finally brought it out when I had time. And then kind of my mom taught me a lot too. So that's where that came from.
So was he a good student? That's the real question.
This guy?
And you're under oath, so give us an honest answer.
No, I'm just kidding. I was all right.
No, he was good. He still wears this Link tank top. So he found this, what was it?
The Legend of Zelda tank top.
Yeah.
The first thing I ever sewed, I took a shirt apart and put this big old Link on the side and then a pocket. It's falling apart, like it's barely together.
He wears it.
I wear it all the time. That's my first thing I ever sewed.
Yeah, so.
All right, so the chat is alive more than any show we've had in a long time. So I want to run through a couple things.
Cool.
Because someone just said what I was about to say. Have you made a ReThreaded label to put in these clothes?
Not yet, and we haven't decided exactly how we want to do that because
there's so many options.
Yeah, we had our brand before, Blasu Threads, that we were running more of a like an actual retail brand. That we had tags, and then we had specific things that we were screen printing in. But we work with so many different materials now that we don't have it yet. But that's something that we got to get in our clothes.
Yeah,
really soon. Yeah.
Yeah, because sorry, I'll just speak in a second. Kim and I were at a Buffalo Exchange. Thank you. Even in LA, there was a couple things where, like, this one was a guy took a very modern Levi's jacket, made it a vest, added some Mighty Ducks patches to it, and he put his label right next to the Levi's label.
I'm so nervous about that. I'm not doing that. No. We don't even like say Levi's is a perfect example. I'm not touching Levi's, and if I actually sew on Levi's, I'll probably take the tag out. I don't like to do that usually, unless it's something that's like really specific. Like I've got this Alfani top, this nice button up that's got some denim sleeves, but it kind of looks like it was supposed to be there. So I'll probably sell it as an Alfani top.
Oh yeah.
Like this we'll probably sell on Etsy or Poshmark or whatever as an Alfani top with blue sleeves. But I won't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm too scared of the man. Like, I'm not gonna put my logo right next to Alfani's. Yeah, I don't feel like.
Cory, to be honest,
that's the best thing.
Like, if you guys sold it on Etsy as a recycled or upcycled item, you're not really taking away. You're not selling it as a Levi straight across. It's just upcycled. So, you know, I don't know. We'd have to, like, that's a good question.
Yeah, we'd have to look into it.
But like, as far as like the longevity, but as far as like the longevity of the outfit, like that means we're gonna have our logo right next to Levi's logo. Yeah, like these guys made money off Levi's, and they messed with this. So these were the guys that did it. Like, so I don't know about that. Like the time forever.
In the chat is one of my what I call lifeguards. They're the people who run my group for me. They're my admins.
Yeah. And
she is my jean expert. I
know her. Yeah. What's her name? Joy?
She said a couple of things. She said 50 to 75 is way too low on that concert t-shirt, denim jacket. Raise those prices. Other people said the exact same thing.
Hey, okay.
And she also said you can market it as ReThreaded upcycled. Levi's money for this. Do it and look at. She said, look at re/done. Must be someone else who does things like that. And I kept finding Levi stuff in LA that had these, you know, these kind of local LA designers put their name right next to the Levi thing. So others are doing it. I'm not pushing you guys into anything, but let me tell you, you've got some crazy skills, and I want to see them flourish, because not only do I think you make good stuff, you have this great mission. And so the more money you can make, the more money you can give, the more.
Well, that's where we're at. As long as we can feed ourselves and our family someday, like that's what it's all about. You know, it's about bringing the community together and feeding everybody that's having a hard time right now. You know, because we
don't make me cry, damn it. Do not make me. Awesome. And Joy just said re/done. Redone gets $250 a pair on the jeans they trick out.
Oh, really? Nice. I can work with that. I can work with that profit margin for sure.
And do you have an eBay store? If so, because people want to go shop with you guys.
If not, Etsy too, I think.
Yeah, so all of our stuff is going to be on Etsy. We have an empty store right now. Yeah, we're really, really picky about our photography. So we've already sold a few goods here and there. But yeah, we're still working on getting really professional photos taken of it.
Yeah, he just built this. It looks like a giant cornhole board, actually.
Nice, good job.
All right, there you go.
That'll do.
So that was the project of the day yesterday.
Thrifting board.
Yeah.
Done. Throw that. Show what you're doing in the thrifting board. It's
30,000
people.
For sure. Yeah, because we just we have probably 100 items that are name brand that we're about to start putting on eBay. So yeah, we're definitely joining the board for sure and getting in the community. We want to show you guys our hauls and definitely take tips from you guys. Everyone, I've been reading through the boards, and everyone is going to be a huge help to us for sure.
So I got an idea because I'm so enthralled because I love the video. I mean, the community involvement's kick ass. I loved watching your videos. I love you guys when we talked earlier. So, and now that you said we don't do Facebook much. I said you must do Facebook because that's where we market.
Millennials, we're millennials.
Yeah. So here's my thought, because I definitely want you guys in the group, because if you're going to eBay and you need some help, I definitely want you, because the group will help you guys. But I think you're a great example of entrepreneurship, and I am getting sponsors for all my segments on the show. Most pay me money, and that's how sponsorship works. I would like you guys to sponsor a segment, but I don't want any money. I just want a couple cool pieces of clothing to wear in my size, because I'm kind of a weird size.
Yeah, we'll see if we can sew that big, man. We don't. Our room's not.
You're gonna need extra thread.
No, we can't believe it, man. That's crazy. Seriously, that's.
I'll find the stuff because I'm very picky, but I'll send you up some stuff, and I have an idea I'm gonna tell you about off show, because we're gonna do something together. I think, if you like it.
We'll
but
see.
I want to have a ReThreaded segment every week. And here's the deal too. When I watch their videos, and I'm putting myself on camera because I want to talk to all the audience, they're not getting a lot of views yet because they're not known yet. Please go watch their videos, because trust me when I tell you, it is very fun to watch. Even if you're never gonna sew, look, I watch cooking shows. I don't cook. If you're never gonna sew, they do it very well. Plus, as you can see tonight, they're genuinely very nice people. So please go watch their videos. The link to their YouTube is right below here, right down here. I put the link in. So, yeah, I think we could do something. I have a great idea that this popped in my head that I want to talk to you about.
I can't believe it. That's such a huge blessing to us, man.
Thank you so much.
Like, seriously, this is great.
Oh, so great question. Do you check to see if a piece of clothing you're about to alter is worth something? So let's say you didn't realize you just found like a $300 t-shirt, and then you altered it, and maybe now it's only worth $100. Do you check, or are you just looking for the crappiest stuff out there because you're—
That's what it is, yeah. No, like I said, like this Alfani top, like there's probably little holes in the sleeves, and we just saw that denim would make it a huge difference. But other than that, like that was an outlier, because usually we're in the dollar rack or in the 50-cent rack looking for just the worst piece of clothing we can find. Like on our last episode, I mean, actually it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But like here we had this.
Oh yeah.
This wraparound skirt.
This is our last video.
Yeah, this was a skirt, and then this was a
button-up
top,
vest.
yeah.
So we flipped them.
You too.
All right, so okay, so look, I got more ideas. How many pieces do you make a week about?
What do you say? I mean, it depends on how much we do for our personal clients, but I mean, probably like 5 to 10 pieces a week right now.
Okay, so as part of when you sponsor something, you need to get something out of it. So you need more eyes. So I want now a week, if you want to, I want a weekly ReThreaded post in the thrifting board of whatever the coolest thing you made that week.
Oh yeah, easy, man. Yeah, done. Yeah.
Oh my God, so awesome! I love it.
Yeah. No, seriously, you guys, like this community is awesome, and the fact that you guys have just invited us in, it's awesome. You know, we're so used to wholesaling, and we're so used to the other side of being an entrepreneur. You know, we're not used to recycling and being in a community of people that go treasure hunting and find just real gold, you know, like instead of trying to make generic things that might sell. Like it's awesome to be a part of the community. Like we love to, as long as we don't bother everyone on the board. Yeah, we'll be on there all the time.
Heck yeah. All right, so we're at the top of the hour. We're a little bit over, but I want to run through a few questions. I moved the mic over because people are saying I'm muffled. Oh. Yeah, we're trying to share one mic between the 3 or 4 of us here in the room. Do you guys do any embroidery?
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
That was an easy question. Do you go to the bins because it seems like it'd be a perfect fit because that's where the stuff's the cheapest?
We have not been yet. We're
too many hours away right now. Yeah. So there's one in Oxnard that we got to get to because we lived in 805. She grew up in the Ventura County, and then up in Sacramento, up in Robin's neck of the woods. Yeah. So we got to get a little troop together to go up there together, but we have not been yet.
We're ready to fight now.
Yeah. we're ready to throw elbows, do whatever.
You gotta wear elbow
Throw
pads
elbows.
or bring me with.
Yeah.
Debbie, who's a good friend of mine, she's my associate producer. She keeps track of the questions. She's been giving me all the questions, and she added her own. She would like to adopt you.
Oh.
It's, as long as it's a paid adoption. I mean,
Good boy.
Do they do any boho looks?
Boho. Mainly, well, we're obsessed with Aztec. Mainly our makeup bags that we churn are Aztec. I guess that's kind of boho.
Okay.
A little bit,
Yeah. If we find any cool pieces that we can't sell, can we send them to you?
yeah, we can always work out something. Yeah, like we said, we're kind of like entrepreneur hustlers. Yeah, do whatever you want. We'll work out a deal with anything you need. We sew, we screen print. You guys need t-shirts, we'll still make them. Yeah.
You know what Amazon merch is?
Yeah, not too much though. Yeah, we've looked on into Amazon, but I think we want to stay more towards.
So merch is making your own T-shirts that Amazon prints on demand. So if you guys have ideas, you know, you've made your own.
Yeah.
But, you know, I could see some. You know, if you end up with a cool logo, of course you can make your own. But when you throw it on Amazon, you do no work and you just get royalties.
Yeah.
And I'll talk to you guys, but we don't need to go on that right now. But
Yeah, sure.
I love you guys. I got all kinds of ideas. I think this could be a fun partnership. And
I'm so excited.
I love funky clothes. So heck yeah.
Yeah.
We just planted the seed today. This is going to be a huge thing for all of us for sure.
All right, look, that is
Support 'em,
awesome.
support 'em.
Go to their channel, subscribe to their channel, and here's how much I believe and love these kids. If you decide you're only going to subscribe to one channel, don't even pick me. Go pick them.
Oh.
Yeah. So what is your channel? The people want to know. Now, if you're asking, it is down below. So look in the description for the show. It's right down here. Click the more button and you'll see the whole description and the link. But go ahead and tell us what the link is. What is your YouTube channel?
Right now it's Blasu Threads, and then our series is ReThreaded, and then we also have a 7-day thrift cleanse on there as well.
Nice.
Yeah. If you
Those are more of our vloggy type of
Hey,
edits.
it's awesome, you guys.
So yeah, the whole audience saying they're looking forward to hearing more from you, and I think this is going to be a winning partnership of cool things to come, because my world and your world mesh really well together.
Definitely.
I can see, you know, Robin lives in Sacramento. I can see me coming up.
He's gonna come to Sacramento finally because of you two.
That's all you.
We'll come to a live show from your shop.
Oh,
And my sister lives in Vegas, so
Yeah, no.
Okay, but you come to a live show here too. And I'll take you to
Yeah.
the Oh yes.
absolutely.
Heck yeah. So we're gonna come up there. We'll do some videos with you guys. We'll have a heck of a good time. So
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be cool.
oh my God. All right, cool. Well, hey, man, that hour went too fast tonight.
I
With the
That was
guys
great.
here in the chat, here in the chat, here in the office. Great chat tonight. Debbie, thanks for getting the questions. Great guests. Cory and Britt will be around. They'll be back. They'll be in the thrifting board. I'm going to set some stuff up with them. We're going to have a great time. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in live. Those of you who watch after the fact, thank you too. Hit the like button down below. Hit the thumbs up. If you hate what you saw, give me thumbs down twice. Really let me know you didn't like it. Subscribe. And next week, we're going to talk Tiki with Don Williams. But more importantly, we're going to talk about using the resources, my show, the thrifting board, like Margaret Collier's thrifting group, her jewelry board. There are so much resources out there that if you're struggling, if you're not making the money, you've got to be paying attention. If you take my class, and you not only learn CDs, you learn purses, you learn bras. I took the boys in the bra section. I schooled them on bras. You know, there's so much content that if you find the right people that are giving it, they're giving actual good content, you can make a lot of money if you just put your nose to the grindstone. And that's what next week's guest is doing. And so I can't wait to talk to them about that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And if you want information about my classes, the link is down below for Dallas, or just message me on Facebook. I will take care of all your stuff. And now we're going to dinner.
Yay!
So let me pop the threesome back on. Stace, look up and wave. There we go. Thank you very much. Cory and Britt, you guys rock. We will talk very soon.
Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
Have a good week.
week.